welcome along and welcome back to This Is Ireland, and it is day 2 of winter here. We have one last chance to get this field full of grass in as silage. So yeah, that is what we're doing today. It is 9:30 in the morning, and as you can see, it's still, well, the sun is just coming up. So yeah, hopefully we're going to be able to get this round quickly. So we're going to get the outside of the field done first. So we've got to get, interestingly, I'm going to have to try and push the tractor back slightly, because otherwise we're not going to be able to make the turns in front of it. We want the tractor to be led by the harvester. So it's going to have to hopefully pull round. Yep, there we go. Now this does hold a little bit when it's when the trailer gets too far behind, but we've just got to be careful of that whole thing of blocking the tractor. I want to make sure that we do actually get every bit of grass we can in this. So this should be good for our cows. This should be a case of us being able to pick up, hopefully pick up all the grass we can. After this, it sort of dies back a bit, and winter properly sets in. So yeah, this is the last sort of hurrah for this. Round we go. Hopefully the tractor will be able to come and pick us up afterwards. Come on, how'd you get? There we go. So I don't think we're losing anything in the corner, but it would be interesting. Sheep and everything are looking good. We will have a look at them today as well. We also need to take a look at our horses. We are into that time of year where everything is harder for the animals. So we really, really need to make sure that they are doing better. We're going around the corner, again in front of our tractor. Hopefully that comes round. Come on round, tractor. There we go. And that is that. So what I need to do now is turn around and come back around the other way, because ideally what we want is the tractor to be on the outside of us, and that way it just turns around. There we go, tractor's coming up back beside us. I'm going to push it so it goes slightly ahead again, so that we should never really be without the tractor beside us. And away we go. So we are 33% full on this tractor at the moment. So let's keep going around the field now that we've got the outer part done, and get it filled up. Our trailer is now 89% full, so just under 90% full. We're going to send it off up to our cow yard, up to our dairy yard in a minute. And I'm quite pleased. We're actually probably not going to get much more than 2 trailers off here looking at this. We've made quite a big dent in this field already. And yeah, it's... you can see there's not a huge amount of it left. There's probably only about a trailer full left. So yeah, I think we may get 2 trailers off here. That should mean that we can get up to that up there today. We can see how much the total of this silage has been off these 3 fields, and we'll be in a position where we can sort this out. So we want to take this off follow me, because it's now full. And we've got our course set up from last time, from when we were doing the field the other side of the road. And this is why we made it start and end where it starts and ends, so that we knew that we could just go like this and set this one off. So there was this heading off. Whoops. Start this up and bring this into the field. Not catching its weight on the hedge. There we go. And then the same thing with this. So we'll get this on follow me beside our harvester. And it just means that we have a much shorter turnaround. Like so. Into here. Starter up. Start that going. And away we go. And it means the downtime, as I said before doing this, the downtime single player on this is just vastly reduced. And you can see the progress of our other tractor at the moment, the little CP icon on the map. He is making his way, but all of this time we would be driving along the road and not doing the silage that we're currently doing. So yeah, it's quite a time saver. Is doing this. Right. Around we go. We'll cut in again. And down. It's getting that to come round. That's the trick. I don't think we're losing much, if any, on that happening. And I think we might start doing 3 sides, because it's getting harder and harder to make these corners at the moment, and not leave very little bits like we've got there. Right, so our other tractor has made it down to the tipping point, so we're just going to get this up this hill, because this is struggling to get up here a bit. I think we're going to start cutting 2 sides when we come back, and avoid cutting up this hill, because it struggles trying to get this grass cut up this hill. So let's lift this header. We'll turn so that we can come back in. And get back in there. I want that to come up alongside, and then I can go and tip the other. There we go. So that's coming up alongside now. Let's head over to our other tractor. There it is. Stop driver. Go and tip this in our silo, which has a decent amount in it. It doesn't have a massive amount in it, which is incredible considering how much it must take then to fill these silos. If we were doing just purely silage on here, you know, that's, even then we wouldn't fill this single silo, which is all kinds of crazy, really. Always amazes me how much silage you have to do to fill this stuff. Right, so we'll tip this out. We will we can immediately then, should be able to, because we're in first, drive it straight out and send it back. There we go. Drive course. And off it goes. So that is now heading back to the farm. We'll start this up, start this going again. And as I said, I don't think we're going to end up with more than one more trailer full here. I think it's there's very little left. We're only 25% full, and we've only got a small triangular field left. It's not a huge amount left to do. We are very much coming to the end of this field now, and we've got this very small triangle of grass left in the middle. sort of wearing it down at the moment. As we just try and finish it off. Trouble is, it's trying to keep the trailer close enough all the time. We're only going to have about half a trailer. We're only going to have about 1.5 trailers off this. It's been quite a quick field to do. It must be. The interesting thing is, I didn't think it was massively smaller than the other field across the road. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not quite, or not really anywhere near as big as that field. Interestingly enough. I think we're leading a little bit fortunate here in that we've got a fairly mild winter as well going in. I know that my stuff on Oakfield, we've got into winter and it's been wet, and it's been, without rain it's been wet, and it's prevented us from getting the last of our crops up on there. Whereas here we've been fortunate, we've got the last of our grass up, and it's been good. So that is the last of the grass, which means that we have got all of our silage done. Absolutely fantastic. Time to get this tractor heading off down to our cow yard, I think. So we'll take it off. Follow me. Stop at last point or next trigger. Definitely want that activated. Right, and drive course. There we go, that's off. And we can start the cleanup around here. So I'm going to go and dump this trailer off. That's the first thing. So we'll clear this courseplay course off. But our class, yeah, we need to dump this trailer off because we need to get that header trailer into the field. So we need to go. We'll go and give this a wash down first. Being winter and us putting our stuff away, we definitely want to get this in a position where it's all cleaned down. We might clean down the tractor as well, although we've still got jobs to do with it today. There we go. But while we're here, so pressure washer, give it a wash down. I'm pleased with that. I'm very pleased. We have we've got all of the grass done, so we've got at least, I know we've got at least 2 cuts out of all of our grass. We might have even got 3, which would be amazing, absolutely brilliant to have managed to achieve that for the year. But it does mean that we have plenty of silage for our cows, which is absolutely brilliant. We've got 164,000 in the bank going into winter, which is a good amount for us to survive the winter with. Now we're still getting here. What is it that we've got in here? I think that's wheat. Now, I haven't forgotten about this. We do need to sell that, and I think we we don't want to be in here. We want to check our wheat prices as far as seasons goes. So wheat we want to be selling today. So that's the next thing we're going to be doing today, is getting our wheat sold. So I'm going to go and park this trailer up. We could put the trailers under that cover there, but traditionally I've put them in with in our grain store area. Now, something somebody said to me last time, or has said to me in the comments, is you've got check your screen. You've got crops elsewhere. So we're going to go have a look at that as well. I don't know where they would be stored, but I don't think they're stored here, which is a bit odd. But apparently we didn't sell all of our canola last time, which would be a pity because canola price has now dropped significantly. Right, we will disconnect these and that, and we're going to go and tip our, where are you? There we go. We're going to tip this. So stop driver. we want to activate that. First, we want to get this tip. So yeah, another 14, nearly 15,000, just shy of that 50% full on this trailer. But a really nice amount. So yeah, we need to get this done and covered. But that's not a job that we necessarily have to do today. Whereas selling our wheat today is absolutely a priority. It is the best day for us to make money on the wheat. So we'll get that sold off today. That is still got some left in it. Seems to think it's got like 1 litre left. It should be an issue if yeah, okay, so that is going to have to do. Hopefully that will be alright. 1 litre left, but 0%. And away that goes. So that is heading back to the farm. We want, yeah, there we go. We want the class again, and we're going to go down the field. So yeah, as I was saying, it looks like we still have some canola in our storage. So we'll have a quick look at that. And it is true, we do have 14,000 litres of canola. Where that's stored, I don't know, because it's not in our storage here. So somewhere we still have a storage facility that I don't know about. I'm hooked up to the header now, header trailer now, sorry, and we're just gonna bring that round to put our header on. Now this is rented. I kind of want to return it because its only use really is for us to do this. So we tend to maybe just rent it, get this out of the field, and then return it. I think is our best bet. Now that should be in the middle, which it is. So let's drop that off. There we go. But to be honest, I think it's such a small amount of money that renting this header trailer costs us that we might as well just keep hold of it now. Possible that we could just hire it or just buy it, but we're not using it that much, so we don't end up spending a huge amount renting it and having it stand around holding this header. So yeah, I think we'll just leave it at that. We're going to give this a wash as well, and yeah, I need to get my lorry back from the BGA where we've been using it to sell off silage if we're going to sell our wheat today. So I need to go and grab that. Let's get this header washed first though. Right, so wash the header. Getting our direct disc nice and clean. Like so. There we go. And put away. So best place to put our direct disc is gonna probably be, I don't think we can get it in with our other header, so I'm gonna put it in here, which is where we have previously put it, I think. Now we could go to a full silage operation on this farm next year. I don't think the silage is worth as much to us, but it would yeah, it's an option. But I'm not quite ready to go there yet, I don't think. I'm just trying to control this. Because that's no good. Thought I was straighter than that. There we go. That will do it. Out from the edge, then one final pull forward and reverse back, and we should be in. Like so, there we go. So let's disconnect that. That's nice and at the edge there, so nicely out of the way. And we are finished with our class tractor as a result. So we'll go park that up. Right, next we're going to get our harvester back. It's all very dirty. It's all in need of a good wash. We are going to have a maintenance day at some point. Get all of our stuff sort of just maintained and repaired, and even though it's, you know, sort of at, only at 10%. I mean, this is like 10% wear and tear. Wise to do that, to get that all done, and just means that we're good, and we're got everything, keeping everything running at optimum as we can as we go into each season, or as we go into the new year. Let's do this. Because this, of course, would equate at the moment to December. So this would be late December. And sort of finishing off the year. So, yeah. It's a busy time of year for sort of finishing off and clearing down. I know that on my own on my own farm, on my dad's farm, we would this would be well, oops, no, we want this in the other shed. This would be our we're mainly doing sugar beets at this time of year, sometimes through to January. There we go, and then we'll park this over here, right. So there we go. That's nicely out of the way. Next up, we'll get this Massey home. Oh, need to clear off the course from that. And again, this one's clearing up and putting away. We won't take the silage off the, or the silage bits off this yet, because we're more likely to actually use these Brohan trailers for more silage come the spring than we will be grain carting immediately. So yeah, this just needs cleaning up and putting away, and then we're going to get our lorry back and just go and get some of our wheat sold. And we're going to have to get our, we've got this in here and this is wheat, we're going to have to get our telehandler back as well. Right, so wash this down. Good. Not looking too worn, thankfully. Considering the amount of use our trailers have had this year. Get it all washed down, including our weight, and that should do us for this. Yeah, I think that's the light on the weight now. It is getting quite low, the sun, at the moment. So let's get this back. Let's get this away. And we can get our last jobs for the day done. There we go. That's that disconnected. Let's go park it up. Job is done. So our two medium tractors over here. There we go. Right. I'm going to get the lorry back and see if we can load up some wheat. So here's our truck back at the yard. We've got it positioned here so that we can get this wheat out of this shed. We've also got this back here. Our telehandler. So it's, yeah, now this is from before we started seasons on this map. So this was when we didn't have any grain storage, and we basically just needed somewhere to tip our wheat. and yeah, and so used that, which is almost forgotten about this. Kind of glad I hadn't. Got reminded about it when somebody said, "Oh, you've got stuff elsewhere." And they weren't referring to this, but it is a case of we do need to get this this collected up and tipped. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get this collected. It's going to take a few bucket loads. The ground isn't wholly even here, so it's going to be an interesting one to do. There is a lot of wheat in here though, so I am going to get this loaded up, and we'll see how much it gives us. So it looks like our trailer is full. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, we are 63,000 litres. We have more than 63,000 litres in this shed, which is quite something. I'm quite amazed by that. So we are going to take that down. We're going to go and get that. We're going to go and get that sold. So our best place to sell wheat at the moment is the factory, thankfully, which is not a million miles from our main farm. I would still like to know where this extra canola is, where this canola that we haven't sold is. I mean, there's no point in us selling it now. We get nowhere near the best price based on what we were seeing last time. But yeah, it is a little bit strange that there's this whole load of canola that we don't know about. The other thing, of course, is this wheat that we're selling at the moment is not connected to the 47,000 litres that we have in our silo. So yeah, we've got a whole load of wheat here that has been untracked. So yeah, this is a nice little bonus for us, having all this wheat about. Down at the factory, let's get this tipped. So yeah, we've got that little bit left in the barn. That shouldn't take very long. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Open our grain doors, tip it out. I much prefer that than opening both those big doors. It takes a little bit longer, but we should make a really decent amount of money at the moment. It is £720 per 1,000 litres. So there we go. £45,000. We are over 200,000. We are in the realms of being able to buy another field going into the next year. That is fantastic news. That really is. I'm very excited about that. That means that we can actually expand our farm going into the next season. Makes a huge difference to us. We also, of course, we need to buy. We do need to buy our cows and things. But this actually means that we have the money to buy the cow equipment as well. So that is all good news. It's basically good news all round. We're going to go and load up the rest of the wheat. I'm not sure there's anything else that needs selling today. We will just quickly check that. What do we have? We've got 10,000 litres. Soybeans is the other thing that we have a fair amount of. We still have a lot of canola kicking about. Considerable amount of canola kicking about. But yeah, soybeans is our other one. Soybeans don't sell till the summer. So it is just a case of loading up the rest of the wheat. Back to our loading area. Oh, keep keep that fairly straight here. There we are. Turn that off. No point in having our lorry running while we're doing the loading. Not a huge, you see there's not a huge amount left in here. So we just need to get the rest of this loaded up. And once we got that, we'll just go and grab the stuff out of our silo. And we'll see if we empty our silo, what else is, where else it could be. And where is this missing silo which has quite a bit of money's worth, certainly of the canola in it. But of anything else, because I don't think we did any barley. We did oats, we did wheat, and we did soybeans for our crops this year. So, no, we didn't. We didn't do soybeans. We did oats, wheat, and canola. So where has this large amount of soybeans come from as well? Is quite an interesting question. We didn't do... I'm trying to think back to what we did. We may have had a field of soybeans previously, but they wouldn't have been in that storage, or would they? They might have been. So we're gonna have to, yeah, we're gonna have to look. We're gonna have to investigate this. But yeah, we do seem to have a whack of soybeans about. They may be in our storage. We might have had that from last time. Or from our pre-seasons episodes. So yeah, we need to check that out. We need to check out where that is all coming from. Right, this is the last of the week. We've got a bit of a dip in the middle of the shed here. That is, we can't get that little bit of wheat that's sitting in it. So that will have to remain there for now until we can get a sweeper or something in here. But yeah, there's no way, I don't think at the moment, that I can get round to get that. So we'll put this last little bit into our trailer. And that is our telehandler then finished, so we can go and wash that up. And put that away. It will be needed over the winter. Well, actually it is going to be needed to do silage stuff. So this is probably going to be our most used piece of equipment for a while. Just because we need to go and compact the silage that we have over at our new... carry yard, and at the same time we also need to go and sell the rest of the silage we have down the other end. Although considering what we've been through the last couple of episodes, very much considering hiring some conveyors just to finish off the silage down the bottom there in the BGA. But that all done. Yeah, the telehandler, as you can see, is one of our most used pieces of equipment. Nearly 6 hours on the clock, and yeah, 20% wear and tear. It is pretty much our most used bit of equipment at this point. Right, let's go refill this with the rest. So we had another 15,000 litres there, so just under 80,000 litres in that shed. Over here we should have some more, and we'll see if this finishes off our wheat. So load this up. Only 32,000 litres of wheat in here. So where is that other wheat? There are no other storage areas anywhere on our farm. And that's the weird thing. So if I take all of that off and leave just where you can tip stuff, even our current one doesn't show up. Edge Grain Express. Nope, that is, yeah, there's nowhere else we have that we have storage for that wheat. So I don't know where we need to go to tip it, where we need to go to get it, which is very, very odd. Home buildings. Okay, so there are the home buildings. We'll turn off everything else. There's a farm silo there. Right, so I think that farm silo there, we will go and investigate that on our way. That may be the point at which we need to go and grab that. Very interesting that that there are crops kicking about elsewhere. Now these must be crops that are part of the initial setup. So I'm going to head down there, see if we can find this silo and see if we can top off our wheat. So I can see the silo. The silo is that one there. Because I'm not paying attention to that, I hit a tree. And that, so that is on one of the starting farms that you get on that you get with a new farmer. Now I started this save game on new farmer in order to ensure we didn't lose all the buildings and everything, and kept things like the horse paddocks. So I'm guessing that this is where we have stored crops. It's the only other silo on the map. There we go, 14,000 litres of wheat. So we'll top off our wheat with this. This is our wheat, even though we don't own this land. And that has topped it off. How much wheat do we have left? 424 litres. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. We'll go and sell this 63,000 litres of wheat though. And that will do us for today, I think. Here we are back at the factory sell point, which I think is still our best place. We will double check that. Yes, it is. So we'll tip this and see how much this gives us. Hopefully, a very, very nice amount of cash. Wow, we are already over the 250 mark. There we go, another £45,000 for that. Very, very happy with that. It's 4 in the afternoon. The sun is setting here on this island, and we have made a whole ton of money for the year. Absolutely brilliant. We've got a load of silage. We're going to be getting on with the cows soon. For now, though, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.